Hello, my fellow music lovers. I'm Allison Hagendorf, and welcome to the show. This is where we celebrate the universal love of music and the rock and roll spirit that lives in each of us. My guest today is global superstar, powerhouse vocalist, and one of the great singer-songwriters of their generation, LP. The song Lost on You hit #1 in 18 countries, and LP have sold out shows around the world in more than 150 cities. LP is a personal favorite of mine, and we had the best time talking all about their new music, how they found their voice both literally and figuratively, the current dating status, the obstacles they've had to overcome, and how a night in jail made them appreciate performing for their fans even more. And stay tuned after the interview for my sound advice. New music you need to know. It all starts now. So I think the last time I saw you was when I hosted your live stream during the pandemic.
Oh, God.
And you and I had to keep our distance, and I had a picture of us. Wow. We were trying to keep
I think that was even like, it was almost before masks in a way.
Yeah, this was early on. It was very ballsy that we did this together. It was
that makes me want to go home and find that shirt and that jacket, which I have no idea where they are.
They're great. They're really great.
I just moved into a new house, and I'm like, I know where nothing is.
Oh, you did move into a new house?
I did.
Where? Where is it?
In the hills east or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Off Barham exit.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you doing like home improvements or decorating?
It's a pretty splendid place, so I don't have to do much.
Oh,
but,
awesome.
But yeah, I'm like, it's kind of like I'm going through shit like where you're like, yeah, this isn't meant for this house. So I just like throw it in storage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or like Goodwill and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's exciting.
Really, I mean, the most shit I have is like clothes and guitars and,
that's all you really need.
And, what else do I have? There's something else. Oh, books, I guess.
Books are good.
Yeah, books are good.
Books are good.
I don't really have any bookshelves. I'm gonna have to fucking make them.
Yeah. Can you build, or are you like handy at all?
No,
or no?
not one of those dykes.
No. No, fair enough. No judgments.
Hell no. I fucking hire motherfuckers. And like, yeah, no, I don't, I'm not like, I need, looking for a beautiful feminine woman who has her own life, who cooks and also builds shit.
Jackpot.
Yeah. And doesn't think I'm a wimp for not doing any of those things.
That's amazing.
Sorry about that.
I'm dying over this new music.
You are?
I have been sitting with it. How crazy to think this is your 7th studio album.
Yeah, right.
Is that weird? Do you take a second and be like,
yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck have I been doing? My God, I don't know. I mean, it feels good. I feel like I'm one of those, I feel like I want, I kind of like being the underdog. I like the subtlety of like someone, even, meeting me and going, oh, you do music? And I was like, yeah, and then them going home and like looking up my stuff and being like, oh,
wow.
They don't just do music.
Yeah.
They've been doing music,
yes.
and, it's like, I feel like I want to, I'm like building a house. Like I want it to be like, like if you're like living in a 1-bedroom apartment and you're like, you went in your closet and the wall fell down. And you're like, there's a fucking mansion in here. What the fuck's going on? So yeah, I'm trying to build a mansion before I, kick it.
Well, you have been building it, but I do think that this album is my new favorite.
Yeah, right on.
It's really gorgeous. I mean, it's next level. Tell me more about the making of this album, because you got together with Ashton Irwin.
Yeah.
From 5 Seconds of Summer.
We were, Andrew, Martin,
yes.
And Matt Pauling. And they were like, they actually worked with my ex, fiance Lauren. And we had broken up and I didn't really want to jump on that. You know what I mean? But what happened is Andrew and I especially, just became instantly like really good friends, and like I was no stopping it,
Yeah.
And I think that, then Matt was in that hang. Matt lived with Ashton for a while, and he had a studio in Ashton's house. Ashton also has a studio in his house. And we decided to write a song. Well, we decided to write a song with Barnes Courtney for Barnes,
of course, yeah.
And, Barnes had this verse that was, that he was like, I wouldn't say struggling to get a chorus with, but he just wasn't getting a chorus. And they asked me if I could come and maybe do that one night. And, I wasn't nervous about it. Like, I think I had been nervous about us working together, because we were friends and it didn't want it to be like, it's like if you fuck one of your friends and you're like,
it's awkward now.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, because everybody was like, very complimentary of everybody else's talents, but we didn't know. And so we worked on this song, and I wrote a chorus for this song called "Hold the Light."
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was going to be a duet with me and Barnes, but me and Barnes had a duet from years ago that never came out. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and it just just wasn't the right time. Whatever. I love him. He's fucking amazing.
I love him too.
So
Wait,
dope,
I need to hear this duet that has not.
Oh yeah, I think it's called Dead Town, but it's never been out.
Okay,
Yeah,
I need to hear that. Yeah. Please do.
Nick loves that song. Nick's always like, "When are you going to put that on?"
I would love
a record?
that song. Yeah, I would love
I sang it out a few times, and everybody really, really dug it. But again, it was a duet, so I didn't, And then this one, I was like, I'm not letting this fucking thing go by the wayside too. By the way, are we allowed to curse on this one?
Of course.
Fuck yeah.
Encouraged.
Hell
you
yeah.
do you.
Encouraged. Fuck. There you go. So then that started the ball rolling, and then we wrote another song. The next song was "One Like You," and then this comes out later, right? So,
yeah.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, and then as soon as we wrote that song, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is getting good, you know. And then we wrote what became Dayglow, most of it, like a part of it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm about to book a trip, so. I was like, where should we go? Because I've had success as far as like going places and writing. I really
you
like
do
it.
Like exotic writing camp setups,
yeah,
which I
do.
love.
Like I throw a writing camp for my damn self.
Yeah,
and I just
smart.
and I like the like change, and we just like we get up and everybody does their own thing until we start working, which is usually like around 2 or 3,
Perfect.
and then we work until like 2. Wow. It really gets done. Like and we're going hard the whole time. Mm-hmm. Needless to say.
Yeah.
And, but in a nice way. And so, but anyway, Andrew's grew up partly in Cayman Islands and partly in New Orleans. That's why he's such a maniac. But, he's like, we should go to Cayman Islands. Have you ever been? I said, no. And I hadn't been to the Caribbean in a long time. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we got this house on the wild side of the island,
awesome.
Which I was a little bit worried about because Andrew's a man about town, and the other side of the island was like 40 minutes away. Ooh, 40 minutes. Yeah. Crazy.
That's a big commitment.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So me and Matt sat in that house though when we first got there, and we were like, "This is a vibe, dude."
Yeah.
And then we wrote like 10 songs there. 10 songs that made the record.
Really?
And I was like, "Holy shit!"
It's a muse. The house. Was a muse.
Yeah. Something. I mean, it was just we were all muses. You know what I mean? I mean, every time Andrew picked up the guitar. I just started singing, and I was like playing a lot of uke, it's like we were just like, I don't know, we were just on and I love, and everybody's whole vibe was just like very simpatico, and so then when we came back, I had to go right on tour for 6 weeks, and then I was like, we should have another session just to make sure we got it, whether we beat stuff or we come up with more, and then we got another 5 songs. We went to Palm Springs after the tour in like October, November. So basically this whole record flew out 15 songs in like a month and a half, 2 months.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I was going through a lot. I had like, I had like 7 women on my mind. Sorry about that.
So you were doing a lot of balancing. You had a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, I had some heartbreak. I had some excitement. I was like doing all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. Enjoying yourself.
I was enjoying myself. And, but torturing myself, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I seem to like
Masochism is awesome.
Yeah. It's like, so I don't know. I just, I had a lot to unpack, I guess. And so, but yeah, and then, so another 5 songs came out in, Palm Springs, and I was like, oh shit. And I kind of want to put the whole thing on a record, but I might just like kind of keep like a few back for a deluxe vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, cause I feel like I want this body of work all out together.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think, I'm kind of like, I hate that expectation part of the record where like, I want to try not to put any on this thing, but it does feel like, oh shit. I feel like I'm like, sitting on something cool.
The bar is high. The bar is high from your former work, and you've had so much success. So do you feel pressure about like new work, or are you kind of like, no, I got this, it's awesome?
I think, to me, I don't think this record will lose me any fans.
Okay, exactly.
That's the thing. I think I'll be able to like keep my fans happy, which is, always important to me. And I'm always striving like to connect with more people.
Yeah.
Obviously, So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like fame, whatever, being known, whatever, you know what I mean? But really just like connecting with more people and like, and feeling like you got to more hearts, I guess,
I feel like there's so much instrumentation on this album. Like there's like a lot of like acoustic guitar. I feel like there's some Spanish guitar, there's some like steel guitar, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was very like, it's kind of organic feeling. Yes. It feels very, there's something very fresh about it, which is weird because I don't, I want like at the risk of calling the rest of my catalog, not fresh.
It's fresh.
It's fresh. This feels just like, it feels organic and very easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's cool about it. Like, and there's like, although, it talks about, a lot of the same topics, heartbreak and all that bullshit. All that bullshit. It's still like, it's like, it's deep, but it feels, up. I don't know, in a way. I mean, I was like inspired. I had a lot of, like, there's like Cat Stevens like vibes.
Yes.
There's Linda Ronstadt vibes, I think, Roy Orbison
so
vibes.
Good, yeah.
There's even a little Freddie Mercury.
Of course there is.
But yeah, I feel I just feel like it's all my heroes as usual. Or just like another I don't think I ever really got the Linda Ronstadt thing in my head before, but I felt like when I go back and listen to her shit, I'm like, wow.
You're like, that's pretty awesome.
Damn.
There is a 3-song section of the album that I love, that I keep listening to and repeat. It is Love Lines, Blow, Big Time. Like those three flow into each other, and I'm like, wow.
Really? Oh, dope.
It's like,
maybe we have to keep those together on the record.
I just love the sequence of those three in particular.
Big time, baby.
I mean, the lyrics on that. I mean,
I know. I felt like
it's heartbreaking.
I was like, wow. I felt like, I feel like I even like wrote that like kind of like for my dad or something like that. You know what I mean? It felt like from a very like kind of like, it sounds
it's classic. It's timeless.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, I don't know what to say, but like, yeah, I feel it. There's something like, you feel like you like found, like, it's like when you see a sculpture and you're like, was that in there?
Right.
Or did I do that?
Right. Totally.
Like, it's kind of weird.
Totally. But only you can have like an operatic, like scale and arpeggio and like a distorted guitar, like side by side. Like that's unique to you.
There you go. Yeah.
I cannot, your voice, I almost feel like is next level on this. I mean, what do you do to keep your voice conditioned and,
what's one of the songs that you said? I was kidding. La 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 la. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do all kinds of shit. I scales and fucking, But you know what's funny? When I am writing, I don't do anything. I don't even warm up. It's like a weird, like, I mean, because also I have to warm up in order to sustain. My shows are like, almost 2 hours sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I mean, and it's when I'm fine, it's easy. You know what I mean? Like, unless I'm sick, then it's hard. But yeah, no, it's like, it's been years and years and years of like lessons and scales and all that shit. I do scales like a guitar player does scales, yeah. I don't know, I think, I just keep trying to do more voices, Yeah. Like I'm always trying to like, mess around with like tones and shit, and that's like, but I don't know, like I'm getting quicker at writing and quicker at picking tones because sometimes it would take me a minute to like listen to the song and be like, I don't like the vocal tone on this. It's goofy, or it's like, like there's like, it has to be tougher or like more like, I don't know. But then, and then, the bitch is doing it live sometimes because I'm like, oh God, here comes that fucking tone. That I have to like kind of like, like squeeze my shit, like, here it comes. Yeah.
How did Golden come about?
Oh man. It's so easy. I don't know. Like, I forget what the hell we were doing. I mean, like when I just did the opera thing on that, the guys were like, the fuck is that?
It's unbelievable.
It was funny. And then I don't know, that one popped out really weird. And even the chant,
yes.
I don't get broken, we did we have a cool thing that will probably be a little surprise thing that we put out that's like a focus on that. But, I don't know. That's the thing. I was so inspired when I was writing this record that like it was just flying out.
Wow.
Like all those things. I honestly don't know where it came from. Like
what
that
a gift.
There was like, I think that was like, just a celebration. I mean, like we were like literally like Matt's like, table that he had all, just his computer and speakers and shit on was just facing this beach, like, and it was just like, oh man, like what the, and Andrew, knows everybody and came and his family basically, helped build that place, and so like within like hours of being in this place, they had these guys like come and like, and brought like live drums and fucking, all these like, microphones and all this stuff. And we were so set, like I think the first song we wrote down there was that song Wild.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah.
And Andrew was just like sitting there, like we're on the beach and Andrew looks like he's like playing with Rod Stewart in the 70s. And, he's just like doing a back bend, like in his spandex, like, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And, and then the drink started flowing and then everything started flowing.
What was the drink of choice?
Oh, let's see. I think we all have different drinks. There was like mezcal drinks. Don't ever have Andrew make you drink.
Oh.
You get this awful,
too strong or too watered down?
No, you get like a Coke Zero, this much, and then like this much of whatever the fuck. I know, some kind of whiskey of some kind. of like, what the fuck is this? He gets it from his Uncle Bunny.
Okay.
Andrew's Uncle Bunny. Like we went to their house. They have this beautiful house to live there forever. And Uncle Bunny has never offered to make anybody drink, but he offered to make me a drink. And he drinks only rum, only Bacardi, like white Bacardi. And he drinks it with water.
Oh my God.
I'm like, he's like, Uncle Bunny wants to make you a drink. Okay, Uncle Bunny, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Bacardi and water.
Good old Uncle Bunny.
Good old Uncle Bunny. Uncle Bunny has a separate fucking refrigerator just for his water, which is like Aquafina or some shit. Right? Just like
to mix with the rum?
Yeah. A fucking refrigerator full of fucking Aquafinas. Just for rum.
Just for rum.
Yeah. And I sat there with this like literally giant, like a water glass, like this much filled with rum and that much with water. So that's where he gets his bartending skills from. But anyway,
yikes.
I digress. But yeah, it was that, mezcal.
Oh,
mezcal
I like
margs, stuff like that.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, actually. Let's talk about your live show because you have one of the best live shows. It's you do.
Thanks, man.
It's your voice, it's your range, it's your vibrato, it's your vocal control, but it's also your star power and your presence because you have this unique ability to do like rock arena shows, but with a very intimate, emotional connection with the fans. I think that is unique to you.
It's like, thank you. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I at once feel like I'm like, total badass and a total goofball at the same time. And I think I exhibit that. Like, you do, all the time. Like, I mean, I don't, it's like, and it's just like, I don't know. I want people to feel like we're all hanging out. You know what I mean?
It feels that way.
Yeah. I'm not, and I'm, but I'm in charge and I'm going to take care of it. You know what I mean? Like, cause people also want to be taken care of. Like,
yes.
It's like if a comedian's not funny, you're like, oh God. Jesus Christ. It hurts. So like, yeah, so you have to like, I feel like you have to be in charge. So, I am.
You are in charge. We appreciate that.
I'm in charge.
You're the captain.
There you go.
Yeah.
I am.
How do you physically train for the shows? Because they're pretty intense.
I've been doing yoga for like almost 17 years,
Yeah.
I love it. And, it's been my main thing. I used to run before that and I don't really like to run anymore. I mean, it's just like too hard on your body.
It is hard on your body.
And, so I do that. I started walking a lot. That's even fun. Like
I'm obsessed with walking now.
I got the treadmill. I walk really fast.
Yeah.
And, you can like kind of sing your own songs and walk, but I really just started doing that. So I don't know. I mean, I just, yoga keeps me in shape and also singing keeps me in shape. It's like
I bet.
It's very physical. I mean, like I could probably stop a bullet with my like.
That's what I'm saying with your diaphragm. It's got like complete control. Yeah. I know. It's amazing.
It's like I call it the, what is it? What is those catapult?
Oh yeah.
I like a little like vocal catapult.
Of course. Yeah. Well, you do have that unique control. It's pretty remarkable. you are about to embark on your global tour, as you do, You're one of the,
it's a constant global tour.
but you're one of the very small amount of U.S. artists that can consistently sell out arenas in over like 20 countries. I mean, that's pretty, didn't you recently do like 18,000 tickets in Mexico City? Something like crazy
that.
like that?
Yeah. I think, almost 20. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I mean, that's really unbelievable.
Yeah, the 2 nights of 10 each. Yeah.
I mean, you have some of the most loyal and committed fans on the planet. You really do.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that creates this strong connection between you and your fans?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just, angels. But no, I think I try to, my stuff is really emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very emotional. I mean, I really, I am really trying to connect at every show. And I try to the point where like like even on like Instagram, I try to like hit people. I try to like people's things. I try to follow fans all the time, and like, I'll have like I don't, just for the record, I don't know what I'm doing when I go into my DMs. I'm just like Bible dipping, like, hey, oh, how you doing? And then like, I'll just like be like, hey, and like to the point where like a fan will be like, did something happen? Why don't you talk to me anymore? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not trying not to talk to you. I just don't know. Like sometimes I just don't go anywhere. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to hook up on Instagram. Hey, how you doing?
You're just trying to connect.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Fire. Just send one of those fire things. That goes,
you're fire.
Fire.
I love that. Because you
wink.
Because you have played all over the world. Have there been any sort of surreal experiences or ones that surprised you?
Surreal?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all very surreal, you know, to me. Like, I don't, like, I had a recent really crazy experience, where like one of the reasons why I moved, because I had a very, very bad experience, with like a kind of stalker neighbor thing.
Oh no.
And, I basically went to jail.
Oh my God, because you had to defend yourself?
Like this guy was terrorizing, he was stealing, he was vandalizing my shit.
Oh my God, it's horrifying.
And and I was starting to get pissed. I was sitting in jail, everything got dropped, everything's gone. But, I was sitting there with no phone for like 10 hours going like, holy shit, I ruined my life because, what my life, I mean, I was I'm just going to put out records from now on. I might not ever tour again, but I'll put them out, goddammit. I will do live streams forever.
I'm here for you.
It was a terrible joke. Yeah, it was a terrible joke because I hated live streams. Like that was the worst thing that ever happened. You know what I mean? Like I need to smell
the physical connection. Yeah.
The crowd.
Totally get it.
But yeah.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God.
I mean, so yeah, I was definitely like, I remember I walked out on stage, in the first, show in South America. And, I mean, I looked like I was really happy. And I was.
Yeah.
I'm always really happy. Like, I come out and I've been singing, opening up with the song When We Touch,
Oh, yeah.
And, but I was just like, no one knew how happy. I was like,
right.
Holy shit.
You were elated.
Yeah, and I was like sitting there, like, I was like, wow, I was just like in jail. And now I was sitting in front of like 6,000 people, That's
like, pretty rock and roll.
Yeah, I was like, wow, whoa, and I am always appreciative of it. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started like, getting bigger, and I remember just being, filled with like, biggest thing I was filled with was like responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit. I gotta make more music for these people.
Right.
And I gotta continue to, because I remember, when Jeff Buckley died, and, he only had that one record out. And I remember I bought
the best
My
record,
Sweetheart, the Drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the best record was incredible. And then I bought My Sweetheart, the Drunk. And I remember I bought it and I was, having lunch and I was like looking at it like, and I don't really, I've got to be honest. I mean, I'm a fan of many people, but I don't do the waiting in line thing. And I don't I've never been the front row of any show, what I mean? Like, so I'm not like that kind of fan, and I had never been so, affected so viscerally, like by like the fact that like, I'm never going to hear another record from this person that I thought I was going to grow up with,
Yeah.
And it really hurt my soul, you know? So, and it's not like that, but I do feel like, you know, like when people like you, it's your, you know, like your work, whatever, it's like a responsibility and I'm up for it. I'm into it, you know? So I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, it's like everything's very surreal. Like I can't believe I do this at all.
Aww.
It's kind of wild.
Is it crazy to think that you were that little kid in Huntington, Long Island, you know, and now you're touring the globe again and again?
You know, yeah. Like, I mean, because also I was not brought up to, you know, do this. You know what I mean? This was like, nah, you can't do that. You know, eat your breakfast. Like,
but
you know,
wasn't
like,
your mother a vocalist?
Yeah, but not professional.
Right.
But she, you know, I mean, she performed at Carnegie Hall, you know.
That's
like,
incredible.
But yeah, like, I mean, you know, it was like with her school at the time or whatever. But like, yeah, it was just out of the question, you know, like she stopped doing that shit when she like got with my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was just the way it you know, it was in the film. I mean, because, you know, it is a bit of a lottery ticket, you know, I guess, you know, and people get, you know, nervous about it. But I think, from what we've seen in life, it's like, I think like more and more people, you know, going with their passion, it wins, you know. I mean, even though, you know, now, unfortunately, in some ways, it's like, that's all anybody wants to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, you know, like that's not, it's just, sometimes not possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in China, they like control TikTok and stuff like that. And like, you know, kids want to be astronauts still. And stuff. And all our kids in America want to be like influencers. Like,
yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah.
I hear that.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but
I know that does scare me. I do think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Like we need a lot of astronauts. We don't need as many
and I don't want to say,
influencers.
I don't want to be like, hey, I'm a singer. Don't be a singer.
Right. It was a different thing. You have to really put in the work over years and years and years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And also it's, I don't know, like, I don't know what, and you don't have to have the same goals. I mean, you know, if you have a goal to be famous, that's fine. I mean, it's not like a thing, but what is the goal? Like, you know, why do you want to,
what's the why?
You know, yeah. And, you know, I think you have to examine that for your own self, you know, like, I mean, I don't even know, like, you know, like, but I just did know I didn't really want to do anything else.
Right.
You know, you know, I mean, I did so much work, like songwriting wise, you know what I mean? Like, cause it wasn't like, you know, I'm not one of those people that like just naturally, you know, I didn't even really write poetry. You know, I knew I could write, you know, I mean, I love to read and all that stuff, but yeah, I found my voice, like, you know, writing wise, I think, you know,
wow.
And that was just through consistently trying
and building a craft.
Yeah. And like now, like it seems like it's a thrill, you know, because it's like, I don't think anybody except me knows how, well, I mean, I guess people will see that I'm getting better as I put out more work, but like, I feel like I'm the most aware of like how much, better and how much, access I have, like from like the, you know, from like brain to pen, you know?
Yeah.
And it's fun, you know? And,
I found that even lyrically on this new album, it's just
it
so
was flowing
strong.
out. Yeah. And I like, it's very much a puzzle. It's very like kind of like, as soon as I have a concept, as soon as I like have the title, the concept, I'm just like, my brain just goes like a Rubik's Cube.
It feels like it's like pouring out into the paper. I mean, the lyrics on this one
like
are so
even like,
immediate.
you know, that song, Big Time.
Yes.
You know, was like wild, you know, everything usually flows in, you know, like you know, at the least I get a chorus the first, day and then maybe the second, but yeah. And, yeah, I just like, I really, enjoy, cinching it all up, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's like, I just want it to be like, just like kind of, bulletproof in a way, like, you know, like getting it all wrapped up, every single loose end. Motherfucker.